reflecting, Keith, on today's game. This one, a lot of people talking about Nicolas Kuhn and whether or not he deserved to see a second yellow card for celebrating Celtic's winner. Chris Boyd, I think, on the telly was making quite a big deal of it.
Not like him.
Gaz Keir, does it really matter? The stupidest rule there is. Why not let players celebrate with their fans? Greg Robertson, football is a passionate sport. To score a last-minute win and celebrate with your fans should never be punished, no matter what team you are. And Mickey Meehan here, just, I think, trying to wind up some Rangers fans in the comment section. We have to keep winning. Good side, Aberdeen just behind us. Did you think, Keith, that Kuhn deserved a second yellow? I mean, I do get...
I hate the rule. I hate the rule, but the rule is the rule. And I know why it's there. It's a health and safety issue. I think the police had a part in that, but saying, you know, it can cause crowd surges, and we've seen examples of, you know, fans spilling onto the pitch, all that sort of thing. I don't like the rule, but it is the rule. So in that respect, I think Nicolas Kuhn's got away with one there. As ridiculous as the rule might be, it's a sort of textbook yellow card, isn't it? So yeah, he's got away with one there, I think.
Mo Sislak, and watching live on YouTube, who I believe is Mo the bartender from The Simpsons,
Yes.
says the rule is daft, which I think sums up a lot of people's feelings on it. I do think it was daft. This comment though, being a Celtic fan myself, I also thought at the time Kuhn is off, second yellow. If that was Rangers, Boyd would have never mentioned it. I was surprised, Keith, to be honest, that he didn't get shown a second yellow card. It did look to me, I thought he would have got it.
Kevin Clancy's just overlooked the rule book there, hasn't he? Look, as I said, you would take absolutely zero pleasure for seeing a guy sent off for scoring a goal, because that's effectively what it is. But you know, we've seen it happen countless times. So yeah, very lenient from Kevin Clancy there.
The other kind of talking points from the game itself, a lot of people in the comment section arguing about whether or not Luke McCowan deserved a free kick in the build-up to Celtic's winner. What did you think? Personally, I thought it was just a free kick. What did you think, Keith?
Soft. It was on the soft side.
But do you think it was a foul?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, but what I will say is what happened. Cal McGregor grabs the ball, does what Cal McGregor does, sets Celtic off, spots the quick free kick, plays the pass. You know, 2-3 seconds later, Kuhn's in for the winner. That's just brilliant for Cal McGregor. You can argue all day long whether it should have been a reward or not given in the first place. And I think Don Cowie's come out afterwards and said, you know, he was very disappointed in it. He didn't think it was a free kick. I kind of side with him a little bit, but I think where you've got to just marvel at the good play that McGregor is quick enough to set Celtic off. And at that point, Ross County, they're tired, knackered, I would have thought, and they just couldn't keep up with Celtic's intensity at that moment. You know, they switched off a little bit. But that's just good play. It's just good play from Cal McGregor. Now, you've seen these given, you've seen them not given. I don't think it's worthy of spending a lot of time arguing about it, because it could have gone either way. But what impacted and what affected the match was Cal McGregor's quick thinking to set Celtic off. And you know, again, something you've seen 100 times before.
And I mentioned it with Mick there in our discussion, but I think Ronan Hale has to get a big pat in the back for that penalty, because I can't imagine there's many more daunting things in football than having to take a penalty into Kasper Schmeichel, let alone retake it when you've just missed one. It was a brilliant take. I was convinced he was going to sky that.
In front of the Green Brigade as well.
Exactly.
No, that was quite a moment. By the way, he's absolutely drilled the second one, hasn't he? The first one was a poor effort, but he's drilled the second one. It was a cracking finish. And it's funny because Mick said that he's brought up in his match report, and it's the theme for my column actually tomorrow as well, is that, you know, Brendan Rodgers has said that he's not going to change his style in Europe. You know, he's going to stick with what he goes with, stick with what he did over in Dortmund, which ended up another really difficult, kind of painful night for Celtic and for Scottish football in general. because we don't want to see our sides getting turned over and humiliated like that. Now, I get that Brendan Rodgers isn't going to rip everything up and adopt Don Cowie's tactical blueprint from today. We get that. But there has to be tweaks, and he could actually look. And the funny thing is that I think before the game they were saying that I was the first. Don Cowie was the first player that Brendan Rodgers actually paid a transfer fee for. I think 15 years ago when he was cutting his teeth at Watford.
Okay.
And Don Cowie, the pupil, has actually put on a bit of a tactical masterclass there in terms of how do you get a side which as a glaring financial chasm between it and the team that's up against, and yet make them competitive. And I think I genuinely do believe that Brendan Rodgers should look at that and say, right, can I steal something? Can I just take little bits from that and try and feed it into how his Celtic side will play against Atalanta in a couple of weeks' time?
Well,